But just being a part of that ship, we didn't want anybody to badmouth it. You know, we took offense of that. It was our ship, and so that was our home, and we protected that part of it. Tried to do the best we could to represent America the right way, and I felt like I did that. So it was a good time.
Now, what year did you get out of the service?
1963.
What was life like coming immediately out of the service, and what's life like now today?
When I came back, I of course had put out some feelers for a job because I'm leaving the Navy now, and I've been drawing maps and making forecasts now for a couple of years. I didn't get to do that until I became a petty officer. Before that, I was drawing maps and obtaining information and compiling and doing those kinds of things. But as I became a second class, and on board ship, I was the only forecaster we had. I mean, there wasn't but two of us, so and the other guy was a forecaster too, but I did most of it. So I thought, well, maybe I'll check and see what might be available for meteorology openings in the United States. And there was an opening in San Francisco, another one in Denver, Colorado. There was nothing from there back toward the east. And I guess after being gone that long from normal surroundings and family and all, I chose not to do that. Might have been a mistake, I don't know, but can't look back on that. However, I got out of the meteorology field then when that happened. My dad was running a construction business here in Higginsville at the time, and when I came back, well, he offered me a job, and I went to work for him and worked for him for a couple of years before I chose to change jobs again and do something totally different. But so I had some security when I came back to Missouri. Well, at least I knew I had a job waiting for me. And I had a wife, and I had a real young daughter. And by the way, we got married after I joined the service, so that was the Navy did provide me with a wife. I did that on my own.
If you had to sum up your entire career in the military, what would you say?
It was a good 4 years of my life, something I wouldn't trade for anything. What I saw, what I learned, and I thank the Navy for the training they gave me. I think not only did they teach me a trade, which I did not expand on after I left it, but they taught me a lot of things that I think you have to have to get along in life, and that's to be responsible and take charge and you know, make your own way, be good at what you do and be a good citizen. Those kinds of things, those attributes are taught certainly by the military. As I mentioned earlier, I do like discipline, and I like structure, and I like those things being in place. And so I try to do that even yet today. I think my life has been much that way, that I like to follow that same pattern. I'm not a military person now, of course, but some of those ideals that the Navy trained us for and ingrained in us is still there.
They even taught you how to be a leader, which you are today, Mayor.
I don't know if that came out, but I had a desire to do some more for the community, or do something for the community, and that's where that led. Yes.
Anything else you want to add?
I just thank you for thinking of me, and I'm happy to promote the Navy anytime I can, and the military. I think anybody that doesn't really have a direction right now should take a look at the military service. There's other branches. I joined the service in the Navy service, but there are other branches. The Coast Guard is out there too, of course, the Air Force and the Army and the Marines. And not everybody has to go pack a rifle and go to Afghanistan. It isn't that. I didn't, even though I had a weapon, but I never had to use it. And there are a lot of jobs out there that's not strictly just going to war, and that's winding down. And I think our people are coming to the point where we'll be less of that. I really expect to. I hope we'll always have a strong military, and I believe we will. We've got good young people out there leading our country in that area. But for some of the young people who are maybe coming out of high school, or they've graduated college and they don't have a job, the military is certainly a good way to take a look at it, and it's there. Don't have to worry about insurance, don't have to worry about vacations or salary. Those kinds of things will be provided, and I just think it's a good way to make a career, and maybe turn into a full-time career, 20-year or more. Mine wasn't that long. Mine was 4 years. I thought that was the best choice at the time, and I don't regret that. I enjoyed the time I was there. But a lot of good things have happened that were not military since then, so I'm happy with that.